Today's sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Eli Manning gets set to command this New York Giants offense coming off that Week 3 win against Houston that really, Charles, they needed, because you look at what's coming up. If they had been 0-3, I mean, even at 1-2, they got to play the Saints, the Panthers, and the Eagles in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're talking about two major contenders in the NFC South and the defending Super Bowl champions within their own division. But Eli up to the challenge. What a day, huh? 25 of 29, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a relief type of a win for the New York Giants on the road at Houston.
That's it. Houston tumbling to 0-3. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Manning. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning, and this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. We see Drew Brees coming onto the field. New Orleans Saints coming off a victory against the Atlanta Falcons. Come from behind victory in overtime in Atlanta. And in that game, Drew Brees, Charles, passed Brett Favre for the most completions in NFL history, 6,326.
Yeah, and got the win, which is way more important for Drew Brees in overtime against Atlanta. And he also ran for 2 touchdowns. How about that run out in open field with the spin move? Did you see what he said after the game?
No, what did he say?
He coaches his son's, not Pop Warner, but flag football teams. And he said, I'm always telling these guys spin moves work really well. It's hard to get to the flag. Now I have visual evidence to show them that it works really, really well.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And we'll see the second half of their dynamic duo in the backfield, and that's Alvin Kamara, who in 2017, the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. How about this? Over 1,500 total yards and 13 total touchdowns in a debut performance. Expect more of the same and probably a little bit extra.
On On second down, here's Breeze. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out of a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On first down, Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Coming off a Pro Bowl in 2017 is Landon Collins, who was an All-Pro 2 years ago and got many votes for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. This is a guy that we know is what we call a box safety, almost like an extra linebacker in his ability to tackle and hit. But his coverage ability as a safety has improved since he's been in the league, and his ball hawking is getting better each and every year.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Giants coming back out here to take the field. They're at 1-2. We mentioned that win that they needed against Houston in Week 3. Evan Ingram, he's dealing with some knee issues. The good news is, though, you got Shepard, you got Barkley, you got OBJ. There are weapons for Eli Manning.
And they all produced in the win against Houston. And that's what they need, all of them to give production. And in concert, that makes the Giants a lot tougher to beat. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Odell Beckham, 9 catches, 109 yards. And how about Sterling Shepard? 6 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown, which was the go-ahead touchdown in the 4th quarter, which helped lead them to their win.
On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first down, Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things out of you, and Sheldon Rankins can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands, keeping blockers off of him and allowing him to get upfield and into opposing backfields.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. The return man is Hill. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Pass incomplete. Cameron Meredith the intended target. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Here we go.
On second down, Kamara. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 15 and a first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ready? You waiting?
And And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 3-0 is our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. From the gun, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. That man, Michael Thomas, what a start to the season. 10 more catches in Week 3 against the Falcons for 129 yards.
I love your descriptor of him. That man, Michael Thomas. I mean, the numbers he's putting up now, right? 38 catches through 3 games. That's an NFL record. We're talking about all time. We might be talking about his pace throughout the season because the number he's chasing is 143. That's Marvin Harrison's single-season record for catches. Michael Thomas is on some type of a pace.
38 receptions. He's been targeted only 40 times. Breeze going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Cody Latimer now on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Manning now to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Manning. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. The handoff comes to Stewart. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
Ready? You ready?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Breeze now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Breeze now on first down. And his pass incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use the good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get him on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Breeze to throw again. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Breeze. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Latimer on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Working from the gun, Manning. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Holding offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Nifty move. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
False start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head.
Still
You know it
third
just
down.
has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A give. This is Kamara. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Breeze to throw on second down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Breeze now 9 of 17 through the air. There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This is Gillisley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
That's it, baby.
The Saints on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's Gillisley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And Watson has it right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. And his throw is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. And they have the 3 takeaways, but still losing despite the effort that we see on the screen.
And thank goodness for that effort, because without it, they're probably really getting routed at this point. Keeping them in the game as best they can, they've got to increase their proficiency in taking the ball away, because right now they're not getting enough help from the rest of the squad.
Now Gillisley. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
Ready. Where's that? Yellow lady. Where's that?
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And Gibbs got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready. You ready? Where's that?
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Breeze. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Yellow lady.
Breeze going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Breeze to throw again. Caught on the left side by Ginn. 23 yards on the play. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. You ready?
Again, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Here's Breeze to throw. Throwing over the middle, and It's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Lutz now to kick this one away. Latimer on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Manning to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go. Hey, you ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Ready? You ready?
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense. Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Latimer on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Manning the throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Manning to throw once more. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points,
but
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brees to throw on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brees. Completes this one to Meredith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun now for Brees. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Manning now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Manning now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now from Manning. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Manning again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And every time he takes the field, you sort of expect him to have a big game. Started this one, really didn't look that way, but he's picked it up.
Look, these star receivers, you know what they're like. They're like great shooters in basketball. If they miss 10 straight shots,
they want an 11?
They want an 11th, and they just tell you, well, there's something wrong with the ball or something. It's not me. They never get down on themselves. They fight through it. Mentally, they just say, I'm the best, and it will be proven out.
Ready? We're waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
is Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Operating from the gun, Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, Manning. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Eli Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field.
With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
So after the INT, it's Manning, and that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Manning now on 1st down to Shepard, complete over the middle. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Manning, and that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with Barkley, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty, and the Saints will have the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? You waiting?
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half. It gets ugly in the 2nd half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Manning. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. On play action, it's Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
First down.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Manning. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Manning. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, Manning over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Manning. That escapes the sack. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Manning. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
waiting?
Brees going to throw here. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Madden to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
From the gun, Manning. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.